Hey everybody, welcome to another episode here. Went out on a dig and was a little limited because of a lot of the planting that's going on right now in the fields, but hit an old spot. I was glad I hit it. Needed to be done. I had just had a hunch there maybe a year ago and got in the field and dug two seeded coins and a couple flat buttons, so I figured I needed to give it another try. And field had been plowed and had washed and looked pretty good, so I got in there and found a bunch more stuff. So then at the end of the hunt, I kind of had worked out that area, and I went and hit another corner of that field where it was a big field, so I found another spot where I saw some scant signs. And well, take a look. Hey everybody, I'm out here digging. It's 100 and something degrees. It's 92, feels like 104. It's humid and gross, but there's this field that's washed down. I found two seededs here and a couple flat buttons. Not a whole lot of stuff. It's real thin, but I'm just gonna give it a try because I got weeds in some sites and some spots are freshly planted. And in this area, I think I'm just gonna have to, rather than try to drive all over to other sites, I think I'd just rather stay here. So I'm gonna give it a try and see what I can find. All right, folks, keep digging. Hey everybody, well I did in less than a few minutes get a flat button, one of these thinly constructed ones, late 1700s, early 1800s. Yeah, I'm pleased with that. I've at least got something today. It was right on the top of this row here. All right, keep digging. Hey everybody, I was convinced this might be a half dime, but it's just a pack rivet, pack stud. You know, the interesting thing about this site is that there's no signs. Literally everything, flat buttons, stuff. I mean, there's no nails. It's just occasional flat buttons and seededs. And even better story is how I found this spot. And it was basically just wandering through a field and stumbled on it. It's pretty crazy because you can see there's no signs anywhere. There's no pottery glass. I mean, this is pretty well washed down. And every once in a while there's one little piece of something, like a little piece of brick or something, but it's not a concentration. So it's pretty interesting. Pretty wild how that works. All right, so I'm gonna get at it here and hope I can get some clouds on me. Woohoo! All right, keep digging. Hey everybody, I got a pretty decent relic here. This is the bootstrap, vertical bootstrap from a spur. A lot of people don't know what those are, but that's the back of the spur arm. The rest of the spur would have been out here. Great mid-1800s find there. Civil War era or a little later, right around in there. You find a lot of these because folks were always out riding through the fields, so the odds of finding the rest of one are pretty slim unless somebody tossed one out in the trash pit. But yeah, pretty pleased to have that. That's the vertical strap box from a spur. All right, keep digging. Well, got another pack rivet here. You don't find these in home sites so much as you find them in just plowed fields, because you know they used to plow the fields here with mule teams because the horses were bogged down, and so you'd have vast teams of mules pulling plows, and every mule had harness on it, and leather and traces and everything that all had pack rivets to hold it together. So centuries of doing that, you get a bunch of them. And they always sound exactly like a half dime, I'll tell you. So they're made out of copper, not brass, FYI. And there's little donuts that go on the end of them. They sound good too, and they're also made of copper. All right, so back at it, keep digging. Hey everybody, what have we got in the sidewall here? Is it a small cent or a button? My guess is a button. But it could be a small cent. I think it may be a small cent. Let's see what it reads. 28? 24? Yeah, probably a button. Maybe a nickel. Let me check this out, get two hands on it. Maybe a shield nickel. Woohoo! All right, I'll be right back. Hey everybody, this is most definitely a shield nickel today. Woohoo! Nice. You can see the 5 encircled by stars there. was right in the sidewall of this hole. So pretty pleased with that. Another item for the collection. All right, keep digging. And another pack rivet. I don't know why I'm filming these, but I have a hunch I'm not going to get very many targets out of this field today. The plate field is weeds up to my knees, so that's not going to work. I don't know why they haven't plowed and planted that. Maybe they're going to leave it fallow this year. Anyhow, fallow, yeah, kind of found a buckle. That's for you. All right, keep digging. Hey everybody, here's a piece of lead on the surface. Thin lead. Could be a piece from a musket, but no, it's a little too big for that. Some sort of lead flashing or something. You know, lead was used for so many different things in the past that, you know, because of its properties, because it's so malleable, and so seals and caps and for seating gun flints and into muskets, a lot of different uses, of course projectiles. So you find a lot of it. All right, keep digging. And another pack stud. Every field has a personality. This field's personality is nothing, nothing, nothing. Pack stud, nothing, pack stud. Coin. All right, keep digging. And what do you know? Another pack stud. All right, keep digging some more. Come on, coins and buttons. Hey everybody, I just got a little tiny baby pack stud, pack rivet. You know, the good thing about removing the large ones is that it stops them from breeding, and it stops them from overpopulating the field with the tiny ones, with their little babies. So this message is brought to you by pack stud prevention program. Always have your pack studs spayed or neutered to stop pack stud overpopulation. All right, keep digging. And I got some big lead, big bad lead. All right, that was a good signal. Keep digging. Hey everybody, got another button here. Might be a 2-piece. No, it's a 1-piece. Got kind of a lip on it, shank's intact on it. I'm just gonna clean that up at home, but doubt if there'll be anything on it. It's probably plain. All right, cool deal. Keep digging. Hey folks, I'm laying down in the mud. Look at this. Look at this. I've got a seeded dime. It's got to be a seeded dime. I'm in my own light here, but has to be. See that reeded edge there? Sticking straight up and down out of the mud. Oh my God. Wow. All right, I guess it's time to unveil this thing and see what it is. It's gotta be seeded. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. All right, I'm gonna rinse this off and I'll get right back with you. Woohoo! Right there's where it was. Hey everybody, I'm back. Right there's where that dime was, in the mud, stuck straight up and down. It's an 1839 O. Getting a little breeze here, thank God. Yeah, 1839 O, fairly worn, but wow, I'm just stoked about that. Oh my God. Whew. All right, so I'm gonna keep going in this field a little bit. It seemed like it got a plow ding there. Unfortunately, if I'd recovered it before this field was plowed, it might have stopped that, but I'm thrilled to have that. Whew. Wow, that's an oldie. Old seeded. All right, keep digging. Woohoo! Hey everybody. Well, I just got those 2 coins. It's been a dry spot for a while, but I was over on this side digging in those and that plowed stuff, so it makes me wonder kind of, you know, what's in this sugar cane here. So I guess I'll have to wait for that. I don't feel like putting on a head net trying to get in that today, but on a really good site I might, but not to scout. Anyhow, Yeah, it makes me wonder about this spot because it's just, you know, occasionally there's a little sign. Here's one little piece of pottery. Makes me think that maybe I'm on the edge of something, but it could be an outbuilding for another spot, or it's hard to know what was here. There's not many signs, just a couple of coins and buttons. 2 coins last time, 2 coins so far this time. But you know, you gotta go until you don't find anything, and then you gotta go more. And so I'm going more. All right, keep digging. Hey everybody, I'm pretty worn out, but spent about 5 hours to find 2 coins and 2 flat buttons. But you know, it's worth it. You know, if you get a seated or a nice old coin. But I've been out here, kind of on the opposite edge of this field, just eyeballing, and I'm seeing some scant signs of stuff here. Just a little bit of what looks like brick here. Yeah, it is brick. So I think I'm gonna swing around in here a little bit. That's definitely mud brick. I can't tell if there's anything else here. Here's more pieces of it. I think I'll start right in here. There's no telling how old it is, if it's a mill site. Here's more brick. I don't see any pottery at all. That's a bad sign, unless that's pottery. Nope. But yeah, you know, the site could be in there, or it could be out in this field. That's kind of chunky, but it's been washed some. So I'm just gonna swing around here a little bit. I'll either find something or I won't. But yeah, that last site kind of petered out a little bit. So I'm on the hunt again. I'm on the scout. I walked out of it, and then I kept walking, and then I never got any more. So all right, get to it. Well, I dug one old piece of lead. That's a really good sign. I just need to find some more stuff. I'm getting a little more iron over here. So I'm just gonna keep trying this out here, and maybe walk a little ways into this field and see if it gets less, or if it's maybe over here in the cane. Yeah, let me see if I can figure this out. All right, come on, be something good. Keep digging. First brass item dug, and it is half of a keyhole escutcheon. You can see there's 2 little posts there. Would have probably been from a smokehouse lock or similar. The bottom part of it down here is broken off. Would look exactly like the top half. So that's a mid-1800s find. I'm starting to think work area or outbuilding, but either way, there's a chance it's something good. So I've found some amazing things in work areas. All right, keep digging. Well, this is not incredibly old, but it blew my ears off. It was almost a quarter reading. Starting to see some iron in here, like right there is a piece of iron in the center of the screen. So I keep getting more iron. I'm heading this way, so I'm thinking maybe in this corner is where this spot was. I don't know, we'll see what it turns out to be, if anything, but come on, be something old. Keep digging. Hey everybody, I'm starting to get into a good bit of brick here on the ground. You can see it, and I got a reading here that's kind of like almost a quarter reading. 4 inches down. I'm gonna dig this live. I don't normally do live digs because I don't like having to narrate and do all that garbage, you know. I'd just rather dig, but I will do it this time so that we can see what we've got here. The one-handed live dig. See if I got it out. It might be out. It would be great if it is. Yes, it is. Oh, it's a big... Oh, you know what that is? That's pretty old. That is a weight from a set of scales, from balance scales. You know, we might have a work area here. That weight would have hung down on a set of scales to weigh out stuff, and these bell-shaped kind of weights are pretty old. They're mid-1800s, so if there's a work area here, those could be pretty darn lucrative too. All right, cool find. So I'm gonna keep digging here. Hey everybody, I don't know what this is, but I'm thinking probably doorknob. It rings like a silver quarter. It reads 82, a little high for a silver quarter, but I think it's probably gonna be a doorknob. Nope, maybe not. I don't know what that is. Some sort of a ferrule. Looks pretty old though. So I've got some hope here. Cool. Looks like we got some rain brewing over there in the distance, but I don't think I need to worry about that. I think it's gonna stay fine here for a while. Wish there was a breeze. Yep, all right, well, that's old. I'm leaning towards work area for this site, so let's keep digging. Hey everybody, here's a big chunk of lead. Again, I'm still leaning towards work area here. I'm getting into more nails though, so I have hope. If the sun doesn't set on me before I get a good find, then I will get a good find. Keep digging. Hey everybody, I'm starting to see a couple of scant signs, like this piece of stoneware pottery here. Come on, be something good here. Be something good in these rows. All right, I'm gonna hit this more. All right, keep digging. Hey everybody, now that's actually a rare find. I think that's an ox knob. Rare find for me down here. I don't even know the typology of these. I think that the last one I dug was probably 20 years ago. Somebody confirmed that for me. These ox knobs have a single hole there on the side to put them on the horn. Interesting. Yeah. All right, keep digging. Well, that's crazy. Here's another one. Again, possible ox knob. Crazy. I'll find one of these down here and then all of a sudden find two of them. All right, keep digging. Well, folks, I don't know what this is sticking right up out of the ground, but we're gonna find out together. It's bigger for sure. What is that? Some unknown piece. Industrial piece of some sort. So I think we're dealing with a work area here from probably Reconstruction era and early 20th century. I'm gonna pick at it a little more, and then if nothing else comes up, I may put it on the back burner. All right, keep digging. Hey everybody, well, the sun is getting kind of low in the sky here, and I'm pretty beat. I don't know what this site was. I lean towards work area. There's probably a good coin or a good relic in there, so I'm gonna put it on the back burner. And I've got better sites, but I didn't want to drive that far today, so I'm headed home. All right, I'll see you all with the finds wrap up. Get digging. Hey everybody, it's time for the finds wrap up. I usually put the very best finds out, and you only see about, I don't know, a tenth or a fifth of what I dig. But in this case, I just put it all out there. This is the entire hunt. It's not a lot of targets. Normally I dig myself to death and, 8-hour day and in the heat, and I end up with a whole toolbox full of finds, brass and stuff to clean. But in this case, it was not a whole lot. So we'll start out with the first site here, and this was Pack Rivet City here. So I got a ton of pack rivets. Those things sound exactly like half dimes on the detector. I even got this one weird one that has a piece there that's a diamond shape, kind of strange. 2 pieces of brass, drain plug piece. There's always lead in these fields, so I got really old lead here, melted lead, so that's pretty common. You get pieces of flashing, you get pieces, you always check them, because if they're folded over, that's too big, but if they're folded over and you see a little notch in the bottom like that, it's for a lead flint wrapper from a musket. It just look like a almost like a semicircle, but often has a notch cut in the bottom, or you can see where the jaws of the musket held it. FYI, this white powdery stuff on lead, it is lead oxide. It is a poison, so don't inhale it. If you're moving dried lead fines around, don't inhale it. Wash your hands before you eat, so forth. Yeah, common sense. All right, and of course here are the good finds. I end up with this piece of a spur with a strap box of a spur with a vertical strap box guide. I got 2 flat buttons. They're both pretty early. It's probably 1820s or 30s. This one is very early, very thin, constructed, probably British made and imported to the colonies. Well, even though Louisiana wasn't a colony then, wasn't even in the United States until, what, 1812. And then the middle of a suspender clip, lost by somebody walking through. A tiny, tiny musket ball. I got the shield nickel, but it doesn't have much meat on it. But you can still see the 5 encircled by stars there. You can faintly see the lines in the shield in the center, but it's pretty eaten up. It's hard to get a good nickel out of our soil type here. And then I got this nice 1839 half dime. It's pretty worn, but the date's very clear on it. It had sustained a plow strike here in the past, but it is a New Orleans minted coin. One of the first coins that came out of the New Orleans Mint, in fact. And then here on the second site, I got a lot of random brass pieces, a lot of industrial stuff. Looks like turn of the century, teens, 20s, maybe late 1800s. This piece, this scale weight is probably mid 1800s. It's all plow busted, but that's what that is. I got this piece of a keyhole escutcheon. I think that's the bottom part. You can always tell these because they had an iron attachment where they attached to a smokehouse lock, and they had these 2 little studs on the back. So even broken in half, I know what that is. You can see the little teeth, where the teeth from the key went. Here's pipe pieces, brass pieces, half of a nut, square nut. This is some sort of threaded deal. This is all going to be stuff that I recycle in my brass junk. And then I have, of course, pieces of lead, pounded flat, drawn out, flattened, used in some way as flashing or for some purpose in the past. And then last of all, this is really bizarre. Okay, these 2 ox knobs. I don't think I've ever found an ox knob in Louisiana before, but here's the creepiest part of this. What's inside there is organic. So, I mean, I kind of pushed a skewer down through the center of that, but that's organic, and it's just kind of creepy to find 2 ox knobs in the same spot in a field and think that maybe the horns are still there inside. I don't know what to think about that. At any rate, there's the finds wrap up. Y'all enjoy, and I'll see you on the following Monday night for another episode. Have a good week.